Hey guys, it's Cuddle of Death here, yay, yay, happy day, and I'm going to be your little commentator slash announcer lady for this incredibly epic Pokemon Black and White 2 mixed tier battle between Elena and Tellus Torterra. I hope that you will find this battle to be fantastic, and make sure to send some support to the challenger, Tellus Torterra. Now, let's begin! Alright guys, let's get this party started. So, Tellus is going to start this battle off with my favorite 5th generation Pokemon, which is Swoobat. Very cute, has a little heart for a nose. You guys might not like it, but I love it. And Elena starts off with a Tauros. Tellus is not having any of that and decides to swap into the very, very bulky Pokemon Umbreon. Tauros goes for a Rock Slide, which was obviously intended for that Swoobat. However, unfortunately for Elena, you know, there was an obvious swap, which you guys can see, and I just narrated over. So she decides to go ahead and swap out into her Druddigon, which I find it quite interesting to see these guys in Wi-Fi battles. Even though it is mixed here, it's still, you know, if you see a Druddigon out on the field, something weird is gonna happen. So Umbreon goes ahead and goes for the Wish, because it's obviously the very bulky set that you see a lot in Wi-Fi battles. And the Druddigon uses Attract, which I found very interesting. I love it. Honestly, I think it's, I don't know, I think it's cool. Umbreon, unfortunately, well, fortunately for Tellus, gets to go ahead and use the Curse for that nice little attack and defense boost. However, it has a speed drop, but with the defense boost, Umbreon does not need that speed anyways. Druddigon gets to go for Hone Claws and start buffing up its attack, which is good, and obviously it's going to raise the accuracy as well, but it's not really going to need that because I believe the set that Elena was running on the Druddigon has 100% accuracy on all moves. Maybe not. I think so. So Druddigon gets to go for another Hone Claws. It's been very rare for this Umbreon to get any extra buffs up right now. And obviously he's having a bit of a problem with the infatuation caused by Attract. However, it does get to use the move Curse again, therefore raising its attack and defense another stage, dropping its speed once again. So, you already know it's going to be able to still take some hits. However, Druddigon is at +2 attack already, and does a decent amount of damage at +2, while the fact is that Umbreon's defense is already up. This could still be a really, really nice set, because just simply for the fact that that Druddigon can keep it at bay with Attract, and then it has to try to get its Wish off, and then you have a nice little Payback there. But Earthquake actually did a fair amount of damage. Payback is also a really smart move on that. However, Druddigon does have rough skin and a Rocky Helmet, which is a very, very nice combination there if I do say so myself. So Umbreon appears to be in a lot of trouble at this point in time. Druddigon goes for an Earthquake, and Tellus decided to go ahead and stay in with Umbreon. Now Umbreon is almost dead here. So it's going to just go ahead and go for the return, which I also thought was rather interesting considering it's not stab or anything like Payback. But I don't actually even know if Payback works with stab, since it's, I don't know, I think it does. But it's been a very long time since I've narrated a battle. So Umbreon is down, and out comes the adorable little Swoobat, goes for a nice sidekick, and almost takes Druddigon out. Druddigon goes for that nice buffed up Dragon Claw for the stab, and it does a decent amount of damage and almost takes Swoobat out, which is quite surprising that Swoobat is actually able to not die from a buffed up Dragon Claw. So that is pretty much it for Druddigon, and so Elena decides to go into Mantine. Of course, this Swoobat seems to be quite fast, goes for the Roost to restore some HP, little cheating Swoobat thing, I'm just kidding, but it's cute, so that's all that matters. However, Mantine goes for the Ice Beam, which is obviously going to be super effective because Swoobat is part flying. So Tellus decides to swap Swoobat into Feraligatr, which is an incredible Pokemon. And I know I keep like complimenting all the Pokemon I'm seeing, but honestly, Totodile is my favorite starter, so obviously it evolves into Feraligatr. Now this Feraligatr is obviously able to take some hits from this Mantine, but Mantine does also have Attract, just like Druddigon, which I find to be very cool. I don't know, I don't see the whole Attract thing very often in Wi-Fi battles, so it was nice to see this. However, that Feraligatr starts going for some Dragon Dances, and we all know that speed and attack boost can definitely still cause a team sweep, similar to if Umbreon were to get rather lucky and get lots of curses off, even though Attract was hindering it quite a bit. Mantine goes for an Air Slash, and you know, it actually does a decent amount of damage considering it's not a crit. Looks like Feraligatr is not very bulky. Like, obviously it's not a very bulky Pokemon in general, but I was not expecting Mantine to do that much on Air Slash. Now, Feraligatr goes for a Crunch. It's not a crit and does so much damage to Mantine. Mantine goes for an Air Slash. If it would have been a critical, it might have taken it out, but nope. So that means that Elena is more than likely going to lose her Mantine on the next turn. We'll see. Nope. Attract. Love saved that. The love between Feraligatr and Mantine saved Mantine, but got Feraligatr killed. Take notes if you are in love. There you go. Bam. So this is actually a really fun team to just watch so far. Both of the teams are actually really fun and cool and stuff like that. But, of course, Swoobat's back out. It's going to be faster than this Mantine, and it's more than likely going to take it out with a Psychic. Actually, it did not. For some crazy reason, that Mantine just took that Psychic as if it was just a little tickle. Swoobat has fainted, which is very sad since I love it so much. I actually have 2 plushies of it. But that leaves Tellus to send out his Espeon. Espeon is another one of those that can just set up. Tellus seems to have a team of Pokemon that can just set up, you know, the Umbreon, Espeon, Feraligatr, and I know that this is a common, like, occurrence on Wi-Fi battles to have certain Pokemon that can set up, so it's just rather interesting to see so many that can set up, rather than just, like, a few here and there. This Espeon's going to keep going for a Calm Mind, build up some nice special attack and special defense. Mantine's going to try to get some damage out on it, but it doesn't look like Elena's going to be swapping out anytime soon. The only thing she can hope for is a Freeze, which she did not get there. Even though if she did get the Freeze, the Synchronize would have caused Mantine to be frozen as well. Now Espeon has bulked itself up with 2 Calm Minds now, allowing it to take some damage and heal up damage with Morning Sun. So unless Elena gets a Freeze right here, which she doesn't, it's more than likely that her Mantine is toast with a Shadow Ball. To the face. Because it's a buffed up Shadow Ball too. That is one of the worst ways to die. So there goes Mantine. This Espeon can now be a pretty decent threat to Elena. So Elena decides to swap into a Duskull, which I actually think is a very interesting choice that she even had one. But you guys can already tell something about this does not look right. And that's exactly how I feel about it. He's got his little hands behind his back. He's got something up his sleeves. He goes for a Shadow Ball. Barely does any damage to Espeon because obviously Calm Mind has buffed it up like crazy. Espeon goes for a Shadow Ball. And of course, it's very buffed up. Duskull is unevolved and faints due to being unevolved, unloved, and just is not able to take any hits, especially from a buffed up Espeon. However, she does go ahead and swap into her Tauros, and Tellus decides to swap out the buffed up Espeon for a Venusaur. Maybe predicting the fact that this Tauros was going to have a Retaliate, which of course is going to be Stab. So that was a very smart thing to do, having that Duskull on your team, Elena. I love that play. I love the whole Attract sets. And now that Espeon that has spent so much time buffing itself up is no longer buffed up since it got swapped out. Tauros takes it out like it is nothing. That leaves Charizard. I think that this is Tellus's last Pokemon, which is also a very interesting choice. I still don't see a lot of Charizards, even though it used to be so cool. Tauros goes for the Rock Slide, takes out that Charizard, buries it under the rocks, and I do believe that that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Elena, for having me. Make sure to check out Tellus's channel, which I'm sure will be in the description. I also believe that the music in this video has been provided by Glitch City, whose link should be in the description as well. And do not forget to check out snowpointtemple.com, where you can chat with other Pokemon fans, get movesets for your teams, as well as just there are some guides and tutorials for other stuff when they're just all of your Snowpoint Temple needs. Go check it out. Thank you guys for watching. have a happy new year and I hope that you enjoy. Bye!